So, let's talk about money. Not just any money, but a currency that's been on an incredible journey. I'm talking about the Ghanaian Cedi. Now, if you followed the news a few years ago, you might remember hearing stories about the Cedi having a tough time. It was like that friend who always seems to be losing their wallet. But hold on, because the story has completely changed in 2025. Today, on June 23, 2025, the Cedi is not just doing okay, it's shining. It's become one of Africa's strongest and most stable currencies, and everyone is starting to notice. It's like the Cedi went to the gym, got a new haircut, and is now the star of the show. This turnaround is a really big deal, especially when you look at how it's performing against major world currencies like the US dollar. For a long time, the exchange rate was a headache for many Ghanaians. Imagine your money being worth less and less each day when you need to buy things from other countries. It was a real challenge. But now, the tables have turned. The CDI has gained significant strength, making it more powerful. This isn't just a small jump, it's a massive leap that is changing the economic conversation in West Africa and beyond. People are feeling a new sense of hope and stability. So what does this mean for the average person in Accra or Kumasi? It means that their money can now buy more. When the CDI is strong, imported goods become cheaper. Things like smartphones, cars, rice, and even the fuel for your trotro can cost less. This change brings real relief to family budgets across the country. It's a feeling of progress you can actually see and feel in the markets and in your own pocket. This isn't just about numbers on a screen, it's about improving the daily lives of millions of people, which is truly something to celebrate. This incredible performance has turned Ghana into a symbol of economic recovery. It's a comeback story that gives hope. Think of it like a football team that was at the bottom of the league, but then, through hard work and a new strategy, starts winning every game and climbs to the top. That's the Ghanaian Cedi in 2025. It has moved from being a currency people worried about to being a currency people are watching with admiration. This journey is not just important for Ghana, it's a story that the whole continent is watching closely, wondering how they did it. So how did Ghana pull off this amazing economic magic trick? It wasn't magic at all, but a combination of smart planning and a little help from friends. One of the biggest ingredients in this success story was support from the International Monetary Fund, or IMF. The IMF provided financial assistance, but it came with some important conditions. It was like getting a loan from your parents, but they also give you a list of chores to do. Ghana had to promise to manage its money more carefully, and this discipline provided a strong foundation for the CDI to start its recovery. Another key part of the recipe was Ghana's natural wealth. The country is famous for its gold and cocoa. And guess what? The prices for both of these valuable commodities have been very good on the world market. This meant more money, specifically more US dollars, flowing into Ghana's economy. When you have a lot more of a foreign currency coming in, it makes your own currency more valuable. It's simple supply and demand. This boost from exports gave the CDI the power it needed to start climbing, providing a steady stream of income that supported the entire economic system. But you can't just rely on luck and good prices. You need a smart goalkeeper to protect your goal. In this case, the goalkeeper was the Bank of Ghana. The central bank made some tough but very important decisions. They implemented stricter policies to control the flow of money and keep the economy stable. For example, they managed interest rates carefully to fight against inflation, which is when prices for everything rise too fast. These firm actions by the Bank of Ghana sent a clear message to the world that Ghana was serious about putting its financial house in order. Finally, the government itself played a crucial role by tightening its belt. This is what we call fiscal discipline. They worked hard to reduce unnecessary spending and manage the national budget more responsibly. This showed both Ghanaians and international investors that the government was committed to long-term stability, not just short-term fixes. When people see that a government is being responsible with its money, it builds trust and confidence. This combination of IMF support, high export earnings, smart central bank policies, and government discipline created the perfect storm for the Cedi's incredible rise. A stronger CDI is fantastic news for many people in Ghana. Let's start with the importers. These are the business owners who bring goods into Ghana from other countries. For them, a strong CDI is like getting a discount on everything they buy. Suddenly, the cost of importing cars from Japan, electronics from China, or even frozen chicken from Europe goes down. They can then sell these goods for a lower price in Ghana, or enjoy a bigger profit. This helps businesses grow and also makes more products available and affordable for everyday consumers, which is a huge win for the local market. Foreign investors are also smiling all the way to the bank. When the CDI is strong and stable, it makes Ghana a very attractive place to invest money. Investors from America, Europe, and Asia look for countries where their investments won't lose value because of a weak currency. A stable CDI reduces that risk. This renewed confidence means more international companies are willing to build factories, start new businesses, and create jobs in Ghana. This influx of foreign direct investment is like pouring fuel on the fire of economic growth, helping to build a more prosperous future for the country. However, not everyone is celebrating. A strong CDI can create challenges for exporters. These are the businesses that sell Ghanaian products to the rest of the world. Think about a farmer who sells pineapples to Europe. When the CDI is strong, their pineapples become more expensive for buyers in other countries. This can make it harder for Ghanaian goods to compete on the global market. Exporters might have to lower their prices to stay competitive, which can hurt their profits. It's a tricky balancing act, and it's a reminder that what's good for one part of the economy can be tough for another. So, while the strong CDI brings many benefits, it also creates a new set of economic puzzles to solve. The government and the Bank of Ghana need to be careful. They have to find ways to support exporters so they can continue to thrive. Perhaps they can offer them some help or find new markets for their goods. The goal is to make sure that the benefits of the strong CDI are shared as widely as possible without leaving important sectors of the economy behind. It's about managing the success so that everyone gets a piece of the victory pie. Looking ahead, Ghana's economic future appears bright, but the journey is far from over. The progress we see today is built on a foundation of good policies and hard work, and that foundation must be protected. The government needs to continue its path of fiscal discipline, making sure it doesn't spend more than it earns. The Bank of Ghana must remain vigilant, always watching for risks like inflation. A strong CDI is wonderful, but if it leads to everyone spending too much too quickly, prices could start to rise again. Maintaining this delicate balance is the key challenge for Ghana's leaders moving forward. The economic improvements are already visible. Inflation, which used to be a major concern, has come down to more manageable levels. This stability has boosted business confidence across the nation. Local entrepreneurs feel more secure about planning for the future, taking out loans, and expanding their operations. The overall investment climate is better than it has been in years. This positive environment creates a cycle of growth. More investment leads to more jobs lead to more spending, and that helps the entire economy grow stronger. It's a chain reaction of positivity. Ghana's story offers powerful lessons for other African nations facing similar economic challenges. The first lesson is the importance of strong institutions and political will. It shows that with decisive leadership and a clear plan, it is possible to turn an economy around. The second lesson is about using natural resources wisely. Ghana leveraged its gold and cocoa revenues to stabilize its currency, rather than letting the wealth disappear. Finally, it highlights the importance of building trust with both citizens and international partners. Transparency and responsible governance are not just buzzwords, they are essential for long-term success. In conclusion, Ghana's journey with the CDI in 2025 is a truly inspiring story of resilience and smart strategy. It's a testament to what can be achieved when a nation comes together to tackle its problems head-on. While there are still challenges to overcome, the country is on a promising path. Ghana is not just building a stronger currency, it is building a stronger future for its people, and in doing so, it shines as a bright star, offering a blueprint of hope and possibility for the entire African continent. The comeback is real, and the world is watching.